I.S.U.P.K.
So I.S.U.P.K. We've done Liverpool and showed you the slave docks and the slave museum. Now we're in Bristol. This is where all the ships pulled in with all the profits from our ancestors, man. All the tobacco, all the cocoa, all the sugar, all the work that them devils made our ancestors do, all that blood, sweat and tears, man. This is where all the profits came to, man. This is where all the finances got delivered, man, here in Bristol, man, in these docks here. They were using and the type of raw chemicals they were having imported over. A lot of these things are what helped their industry flourish and to even help them make things like gunpowder and all, more things that we're using to persecute our people, their weapons. So here you can see an example of that. All this information here on what they were actually trading, and our big thing was bananas. Because of the, you see this picture here, it's hard to see, but they actually had our people loading the bananas onto the ships, not that we were profiting anything from it. And it tells you here, you know, over the space of 70 years, man, started in 1901. It was what really strengthened the links between Britain and the Caribbean, was the banana trade between Jamaica and Bristol particularly. So here we can see on this wall here, it shows where the enslaved men, women and children, because of course there was children, we see pictures with kids as young as 3 and 4 picking cotton too. All that was happening, as well as in America, here in the Caribbean, here all across Jamaica and the other islands. And here's the things that we're getting, things like indigo, sugar, tobacco, rum, indigo, ivory also. Things like indigo are dyes, yeah. Up here we can see the route that those things were taking. Again, ivory, rice, timber, gold, of course, pepper, tobacco, sugars, all the spices that they took and now they don't even use to season their food. You know what I'm saying? All going over this way here to Bristol. As we showed you previously, Liverpool was also a dock where the slaves were taken to. Lancaster, we'll go reach next, London as well. But yeah, we've showed you Liverpool. Here we are today in Bristol. These are the 4 main slave ports that all the profits came to. So here you can see a lot of the stuff that they would use in their leisure and recreation, like drinks wise. You've got rum decanters and things for making tea and teapots and cups. This here rum decanter you can see over there on the left, that nice little bottle. That, it done wonders over here. All the sugar they got and they used to produce rum had a massive impact on the industry over here, and the workforce increased massively. It gave so many people jobs in England and in Britain in general. It worked wonders for them. It says here, imported slave produced commodities created jobs in new and old industries. In Bristol, there were sugar refineries, snuff makers. For those who don't know, snuff is a type of sniffable tobacco, and tobacconists in general, processing the raw commodities. local potteries and glassworks supplied the fine houses of the city with elegant containers such as ceramic sugar bowls and glass rum decanters to hold the products of the local processing works. Rum was a byproduct of sugar refining made in the Caribbean and in Britain. Okay, here we can see an example of something that was happening in slavery that we can still relate to today. If you notice in the middle, there's a dude in a nice white suit and a hat on with a whip in his hand. That's the Uncle Tom right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the house nigga right there. While all the other brothers and sisters are over there slaving. You know what I'm saying? You can see some of them are even small. And you can see in the picture over here to the left, there's a woman in the blue giving the young boy something out the bowl to drink. If you look down here, there's an example of that bowl right there, calabash bowl, man. You understand? And over to the left, you can see the way we were packed in like sardines into them ships. It's terrible, man. There ain't no conditions to live in, man. You know what I'm saying? Imagine someone got something wrong with their belly. It's gonna spread through the whole place, man. Look how thick them shackles is. Ain't no joke, man. Zoom in on them, get them good. Look at them chains, man. You ain't busting them. Them chains is thick and sturdy, man. Come on the computer here. Look. A massive list. It says punishments for runaway slaves. You understand? There's a big account, a big list here of all the punishments they would do, and records saying, you know, on the 1st of January, Johnny got beaten and so on and so on, what exactly they did to him. Like these devils took pleasure in that, man. They kept records of that. You know what I'm saying? List of Negroes belonging to the Spring Plantation in January 1782. So they got a list with all our forefathers' names on there. You know what I'm saying? Logbook of the Black Prince. You know what I'm saying? The captain of the ship kept detailed records. Like we said, yeah, some people think our records are destroyed. These devils got all their records, you know. We do the research and can show you history. You know what I'm saying? All our record, only record we need, only history we need is in the scriptures, man. I'm saying all this is in there from a long time. Look at that. Get that on the view. Look at that, man. Imagine trying to walk with that on your leg. You're like going to tear up your ankles, man. That's what our people had to go through. Them thick old chains, man. And all these things you see in here are records and receipts of names of all the people who were there in them ships. Again, we can see over here there's an example of punishments there. I think that looked like a sister being hung upside down on the ship by one ankle, being dangled. And down here, if you can see, there's an example of a coon again, if you look carefully. Just zoom in right there. This dude, this brother here, he's talking to the white man on the horse, and again he's in fancier clothes than all the brothers and sisters who are slaving away, hacking through that cotton. Now that ain't the cane, rather. That's not an easy thing to do at all. I'm sure you've seen sugar cane before. It's thick and strong like bamboo. You know, so they're grafting away while that cell out there is there talking to the master like everything's all good. And more huge records with all our people's names on. I'm saying quills and inkwells, that's how they would write back then. That example of a brass bowl over there, that's another thing they were getting from us. You can see examples of some of the weapons. This big, long, nasty something here, it's like 5 foot tall. That's called a trade musket. You know what I'm saying? They fire a big, powerful, big ball lead shot. You know what I'm saying? And that pistol up there, that ain't nothing to play with as well. You know what I mean? That much louder than them 9mm you see today. And then you got the ivory over here. It's very expensive.
Read about what that devil said. This devil here.
Oh yeah. What's his name? Isaac House, the devil, said, so soon as you begin to slave, keep them shackled and hand bolted to prevent them rising or leaping overboard. So you know what I'm saying? It ain't like there was all just docile sitting down on the ship. Sitting down on the ship just taking it lying down. It's not the case at all. Although the movies, a lot of them like just trying to show that. Our people was fighting back, man. You know the spirit of black people, man.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.